this video is about just basically using common sense about certain things and using your heart as opposed to using your ego and what you may do for a living to cloud common sense. Because what you do for a living is just what you do to eat. So if you're telling somebody how to eat and how to eat, and this is how you eat, because this is what successful means. Successful means making money. Making money means eat. Making money means shelter. Making money means a roof over your head. So if you got a job or a profession and you teaching people and others, then you're teaching them how to survive. That means to simply eat, get a goddamn house, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to eat and all of that. But when it comes to this religious shit, a lot of people's business, professions, jobs, and other shit is bigger than them figuring out what really is going on. So when they say they believe in God and all of this, they don't. Because if they did, then they go, I'm going to research into that because I'm not going to go with shit like a dummy. If this is talking about my soul and my spirit, of course, what I do for a living is what I do for a living. That's separate from what reality is. Reality is because the reality that was formulated for you is the reality of you got to go get this imaginary money that they made up by cutting trees up and they said it's worth something. Then you get a job created off of that revenue, and then you go either show people how to get it, or you hire people, or you do this. That's called survive. That's called, this is a sophisticated way to get food on your plate and a goddamn house over your head. That's what that is when you look at it. Okay? Good, good, good. Now, when it comes down to the soul and the spirit, what is that? What is that? Because you're not going to care. You're just going to throw your hands up and leave it somewhere. So how's that intelligent? When you are in fear of what you don't recognize, you make everything else important to you than that. And then you just put that as a side cursor and say, I'm just going to give it to some imaginary shit like Jesus and all of that. Then when you look deep into it, that shit is not real. And then that kind of takes away your drive. But why? When your drive is strictly to survive, whether there's a God or a devil or not, nigga, female, bitch, hoe, queen, whatever you want to be called, whether it is a God or not, you still got to eat. Soon as shit stink, you got to go get a job. You got to go, whatever you think that you want to do in life, you set that because you ain't going to be able to eat. You're not going to be able to, you know what mark you trying to leave. That's all in you. That's the egotistical means of survival. But when it comes down to, hey, why, how the hell we even get here? What is all that? You can look that up and put two and two together if you have time, but people don't want to have time because what they're doing is bigger than discovering why they even here in the first place, other than just to survive. You know what I mean? What is the purpose of each and every person walking around here? Is it an individual accomplishment? Well, if that is an individual accomplishment, then what you're doing is ignoring what caused that effect. What caused that effect? Everything has been taken away from you to understand that as far as put in public arena. But if you want to find it out, you just go look it up. And you see two and two don't add up. You're not gonna let somebody come and take money out your check or come to your business and give you bullshit because you know the ins and outs of it. But why come you gonna let somebody else come and tell you some shit and then you go, I'm gonna go with that? Because how? If somebody listening to you, or if somebody at your job and you're the boss and you just telling them some shit and you know that you are, and they sitting around going, well, I'm gonna go with that because it kind of they not looking into nothing. If somebody come and they tell you, hey, look, this is what this is, and they don't look into it, you can get people like that because people don't like looking into stuff. They use the common sense to look into stuff. And so now it's like, hey, my profession is bigger than me knowing where my soul really, what it really lies. Because this is temporary. I can be dead. I can go in and get in a crash like Kobe tomorrow. shit happens, then I'm thinking I'm going somewhere and the shit, I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm putting myself into a mental purgatory because they telling me it's a hell when you don't have a body no more once you dead. So how the fuck you gonna burn? You know what I'm saying? You already fire. That's what the soul is. It's light. So that's gonna burn, nigga. So when you sitting there saying that you gonna go there, guess what? You just might go somewhere that don't even that you made up in your own mind. That's how powerful we are. You let somebody tell you this is what's gonna happen to you, and ain't nobody been there to come back and told you what it was. See, this is the problem. Nobody got no proof to prove none of that shit. But then when you doing business, going to buy a car, going to buy a house, somebody gotta have some proof to show you some real shit or what, right? When it come to this superficial shit. But when it come to, hey, let me find out what this is, and you know that shit garbage. Just like the government. And the government give you this coronavirus shit. So everybody running around with these fucking shits on their face and looking all stupid. And it's just like when they tell you, we gonna see how many suckers do this shit. Man, I ain't never motherfucking took a flu shot ever. And I don't hardly ever get sick. So what about the people that's getting the shots that I know that they constantly staying sick? And I ain't never took a flu shot ever. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's like the sucker shit goes for people that just go with shit. And they go with shit because they don't want to be a rebel. They don't want to be that because they want to suck ass so they can be comfortable. Just say that. You're scary. Just say that it's real. You're a scared person. And I get that. I get it. But not me. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit they own. If I whatever do I do to get money, I'm gonna get that and I'm gonna be successful in it. Big deal. Now what? Is that gonna help you? Is that gonna help the next person? Maybe. If not, then what? So what is my purpose here other than that? This physical shit. What is my purpose? To physically touch you. What is my other purpose? Can I touch you spiritually? Can I touch you here in the mind? They ain't got nothing to do with the shit that you redundancy of getting up every day, taking care of business so that you can eat. I'm talking about taking care of your mental and your mind, and all this shit around you is fucking bullshit, and then you can still be successful, but with the undertone of this is bullshit. Because then if you lose out, if it doesn't become good for you, if you have to switch out, if it doesn't work good for you, it ain't no God doing it to you. It ain't no devil doing it to you. It's just the circumstances that ended up happening because things happen organically. Things don't just happen because somebody's sitting there like the devil and thinking just about you when it's supposed to be billions and millions of people in the universe. So let's get that right. So when people not using their sense, it kills me. Now I'm gonna get to the conscious people. Now if you conscious, right, and you sitting up here talking about, yeah, the white man this, and yeah, the white man that, but yet you still on his platform. You're on Facebook. You're on the white man platform. So when when he bans you, and then you go, well, I just got out of Facebook jail. What that means? So that means just like in the physical system. We're not talking about social. Now let's get on the physical system. Now you're talking about it's just like a motherfucker getting out of real jail. And they say, now I'm out of the white man jail. Then they go back out and do the same thing. Same thing on Facebook. They say I'm out of the Facebook jail. Then they go back and do the same thing, and then they get back in Facebook jail, so they can tell people that they've been to Facebook jail. You see the mentality of it all. If you hate that so much, then create a Facebook. Create a Facebook, your own Facebook, but yet you pulling off of somebody else to make your shit rise. You using somebody else's platform to make your shit rise, but yet you dissing that same individual, that same white person, the same race that person is from. You dissing them, but you on their platform, using their resources to push your shit. Get your own platform. No help from nobody since you so fucking, you see what I'm saying? So cut the shit. That's why I tell me people need to cut the shit, really. Because reality, I make people mad because I be on that reality shit. They don't want to hear it. They want to fantasy, and a lot of shit that's behind people's success, they're not going to tell you what's behind it because they didn't just do shit by themselves. You got to understand that. So you got to understand they're not going to tell you that. They just going to, it's just like we got people doing ASMR YouTube videos with 1 million views already, and they not doing nothing but this. Now you tell me if they wasn't put on by somebody, and so somebody else think that their success has become, natural, but their success hasn't become natural. It's because somebody put them in there, and then now, this is how this is me, and I got 1 million views, and yeah, but who's behind you? Just you, just you, just you did it, and you just popped. Come on, man. Nobody else is gonna get where you at like you at because you had that particular help. You know what I'm saying? If everybody else tried to do the exact shit, it ain't gonna be. You know what I mean? So my whole point is people always want to talk and they're not gonna tell you the means behind their success and all of this stuff. I said that to tell you this. If you say you conscious and you hate the white man, but yet you using all of their platforms. So what is that? Get your own. Never use none of their platforms since it's a problem. Number one. Number two, if you saying, oh yeah, the black people was here first and this and that and all this here first and all of that and ain't no this and ain't no religion Christianity is bullshit and this and that and the other, then when somebody come to you and say, yeah, yeah, ain't no such thing as space, then you turn around and go, yeah, it is. It's planets, it's a space. But yet those same people that gave you fucking Christianity gave you space, nigga. They gave you the round planets, nigga. Brother, sister, human. The same people that gave you the shit that you say don't exist, Christianity, the Bible, and all this other stuff, the same people that gave you that said it's planets flying through space. We flying through space at 66,000 miles per hour. Remember, they're using all the numbers. 66,000 miles per hour. 1,100 miles, 1,100 spinning 1,100 miles per hour, and this is what's happening because you're getting stuff from them. Somebody gave you this, and then you going, oh, but then when they say this about a Jesus person, you saying Jesus never existed. But then you turn around and talk about planets. Which one is it? Because both of these motherfuckers is the same. Why come don't nobody know that they all kicking it? Okay, they all kicking it. The whole point is to deceive you so that they can keep getting your consciousness, your money, your belief, your energy. If they can't do it no more, there's no more power. Power is in knowledge, and withholding that from people is the key. And to deceive them is the key. It has nothing to do with your everyday mundane how you thinking. So you have to get yourself out of that for 15 minutes and go into that and see that this is what the fuck they've been doing. This is why my philosophy is you go to work, you do what you have to do to be successful, you keep doing what you're doing, but any shit they giving you, don't even just be like, man, use it for your motherfucking resources to make it happen. But don't be dissing everybody. You dissing everybody, you dissing them, but yet you using them, and then you want people to feel sorry for you when you get in jail, when you get fucked up. You in a system that is not yours. Is not owned by majority you. So at the end of the day, no matter what color you is, black, white, whatever, Hispanic, Asian, whatever you are, you're not those that are running these platforms, issuing these books, putting shit in the Smithsonian, giving you shit on the National Geographic channel, giving you shit on the History channel. These are syndicated channels owned by the same people that gave you the Bible. All of these people are connected, and it's called compartmentalization. The next department is not going to be concerned about what the other department doing as long as they all fit the agenda. So then it could seem like they're against each other, but they all the same because they all telling people and by the mass, this is what it is. But when you got the real, they're not going to tell you that by the mass. You're not going to hear about it. It's going to be hush hush. And I'll give you an example. Just like I was watching another video about Obama, and he was shooting down all of the laws that people were supposed to, all the laws, all of the minimum wages that people were proposing that go up and all this. Obama was shooting them down. His administration was shooting them down, but nobody knew because nobody even is into watching C-SPAN or none of that. They just go, he black, so Obama. And they don't know. This is the problem. People get caught up and then they don't want you to tell them the real, so they get upset and then they start going with the norm because they safe that way. It's safe. You know, because being a rebel could compromise their business, could compromise everything that they doing. They physically eat because that's what it's all about. Just eat, nigga. Just do. That's what it is. Whatever you doing, whatever you talking, however you saying it, it all equates to I'm trying to survive, trying to eat. That's all it is. That's all it is. But at the end of the day, if you gonna do that, you gonna do that anyway. Whether you do this, whether you do that, whether you do this, you're gonna survive and you're gonna eat anyway. If you want to fucking make it in this world, you ain't. And if it make you feel good and it boosts your ego to be a certain status, then do that. But know at the end of the day, when you turn around and say, I'm conscious about this, and then when somebody try to come and tell you some realness, you shut it down and then try to tell them about some shit that's commonplace, nobody's trying to hear that, because either you a rebel or you're not. Either you're conscious or you're not. You can't go, I'm gonna be conscious about Christianity, but when it comes to this space shit that they gave you too, space shit, Jesus shit, Christ shit, all that's together. Fuck all of that. You conscious, all of that is bullshit. All of it. And what's real is what you dealing with every motherfucking day, and you know what's using common sense. All that other shit is the same thing. Christianity, space, planets flying through the air, religion, all that is the same thing. So which one are you? Are you conscious or are you selective conscious?